Hello, beautiful ladies. Okay, so the topic is going to be about how I got pregnant, what I did to get pregnant. I have multiple videos about what I did to get pregnant and my experiences, but I'm going to put it all into one video. All right, guys. So this was May was my first month TTC. Before I started TTC trying to conceive, I was on birth control pills for 2 months. My doctor said to take birth control for 3 months, but I was trying other fertility products and it messed up my cycle. I didn't get a period in order to start my birth control. So I started late and then I just did it for 2 months. So I did it for March and between it overlapped between the months, so it was like March, April, May. It ended in May. My last birth control was right before I took my last birth control right before my wedding. So the beginning of May is when I got off my birth control. I started my period May 8th. I have a 4-day cycle, and I took my Clomid 5 to 9, so cycle day 5. Right after my period ended, I took it from cycle day 5 to 9. I started tracking my ovulation using OPKs. I used 2 different OPKs. I used Pregmate ovulation strips, and I also used the Clear Blue Digital. So I used those. Let me fix my camera. So I tracked my cycle, and if you go back to my other videos, please watch all of my videos so you'll get all the information. I also tracked it every day. I was doing it once a day, and then I did some more research, and one of the people I'm in the group, one of my pregnancy groups I'm in, they said to do it twice a day. So I had a lot of cramping, CD16 during the day. I had a lot of cramping. I did not test. That morning I tested at 11. It was negative. I tested again that afternoon, I think at 2 p.m. I tested again, and I got a positive. The next day was CD17. I tested again, and I got a positive. So I got 2 positives, CD16 and CD17. I've never checked my ovulation before. I never took Clomid, so this was all first-time experiments. Exactly what I did to get pregnant. So I took birth control, got off birth control, took Clomid. After taking Clomid, I tracked my ovulation every day. And then after I had ovulation, what we did was between the cycle of when I started my period, before I started my period, after my period, what I did, we did baby dance every other day. So we baby danced every other day up until I got an OPK, a positive OPK. When I got a smiley and a positive ovulation test, we baby danced 3 days in a row. So we baby danced the first day I had a positive, the second day I had a positive, the third day after I had a positive. So we baby danced 3 days in a row. And then I did a day after ovulation, I started taking progesterone cream. Progesterone cream I started taking, I got that from Amazon. Another thing I did, my husband was taking vitamin E pills. I did my research about vitamin E. We didn't know if his spermies was low. He has a low sperm count or mobility, or if they were weak or strong. We didn't know. We never tested his sperm. So just in case, I did do some research, and it said that vitamin E helps boost sperm count and boost mobility to have them go to the egg faster. So that's exactly what we did. So he took vitamin E pills once a day in the morning, every day from when we first started that May. So I would say around our wedding. So after we got married, around that time, that weekend after our honeymoon, he started the beginning. So about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, a month, he was on vitamin E pills. And that worked. We got our positive. So The tips on how I got pregnant was took birth control for a couple of months to keep me regulated because I did have an irregular period. So doctors do suggest if you do have an irregular period to take birth control in order to regulate it so you can have a 28 to 32 day cycle, so you can actually track to see exactly when you would be conceiving. So I took birth control. I took Clomid 5 to 9 days. I tracked my OPK. I took progesterone cream after I ovulated. My husband took vitamin E pills, and I also took prenatal pills. I took prenatal pills before we started to conceive and after. So I took prenatal pills around the same time as taking birth control. I noticed that I did start feeling nauseous and weird taking them at the same time, birth control and prenatal. So I stopped and was just taking my birth control for the last bit. And then after ovulating, taking progesterone, I started my prenatals again. So that's what I did to get pregnant. Everybody's different. Everybody's body works differently. So I'm just sharing my tips on how I got pregnant and how I got my positive pregnancy test. I hope these tips work for you. I've never tried to track ovulation. I thought it was stupid. It's too much work. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. Taking the ovulation strips, they were really confusing with the lines because I kept on just like, okay, there's 2 lines. They're faint. Like, is this positive? Is this negative? Like, what is it? So I wasn't really sure about that. But I actually finally got a dark line. If you watch my videos, all of my videos, you'll see, because I did try to document exactly when did everything happen. So please, please, please watch all of my videos because you will learn exactly what I did, how I did it, and I show you what products I used, what products I didn't use, what products worked, what products didn't work. So please watch all my videos. But yes, those are all the tips. I have my confirmation pregnancy doctor's appointment this Friday. I'm not really going to update you guys on